welcome you and thank you for viewing the video.
Make America great again. From sea to shining sea. It's a land of the free, my friends. The one for you and me. Let's go.
I am Debbie, and Mark is not here, but he might pop in a minute. So I am half of Two Old People on a Couch. And yes, we are live. All right, so welcome everybody. I'd like to say good morning to everybody. I hope you're having a great morning this morning. I know that rain is on its way, so that's very exciting that we are going to get some rain because we need it very badly. And so I'm excited for the rain to come. So, okay. So, let's see. Who in the chat has voted this morning? Good morning, Shannon. Who in the chat has voted this week in the early voting? Because I have voted. I stood in line and cast my vote. The line wasn't too long, and so everybody in the chat, raise your hand if you voted already. So, and let me know who has voted and who has not voted yet. Anyway, I have voted. I'm just like, yes, lazy days. Me and Mark both voted early. He will not be here on election day. So we voted and we are locked in. So anyway, automatically, yeah, good for you, Jennifer Ocean. Good for you. Good job. Good job, Debbie. You know, if you wait till the day, you don't have to stand in line. So that's what I've always experienced. So when I early vote, I have to stand in line. But whenever I vote the day of, I just walk right in and vote, and it's no big deal. But anyway, I hope everybody will get out there and vote. And I probably need to quit saying that word. So who knows? But anyway. Yes. I usually do that on the day of, but I just got it out of the way. Mark got it out of the way because he won't be here. And so we are just so excited that we have that privilege in this United States of America. Oh, and there's Mark. There is Mark. Let's see if we can get Mark to pop in here. He's popping in here. There's Mark. Good morning, Mark. How are you?
Good morning. How are you guys? I'll leave you at it, Debbie. I just thought I'd stop in. I got to work today, but we're here in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Got the satellite dish ready to go behind me there.
Yep.
And just everybody, don't take things out of context. Whatever they say Trump's saying, watch the whole thing. That's their only trick. They do it all the time. They just take everything out of context. They don't tell the truth. Don't take my word for it, people. Just do your own research. And what side is taking the other side out of context all the time and have no policy? That's all I got to say. Then vote your conscience, all right? That's all. I'll let you get at it, Debbie. I'm going to have to go fire this beast up and get on the bird and get ready for the Oklahoma State Cowboy Arizona football game. So there you go.
All right. Well, we're glad that you popped in, and I love you, and I miss you.
Love you guys. All have a great day.
Okay. You too.
All right. Bye.
Okay. So that was Mark, and he's popping out right now. Even though it shows him there, he's not really there because he popped out. So anyway, let's see. We got a lot of news. I'm going to try to stay away from some of the crazy stuff that's going on just for the channel's sake. I don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole and get my channel disappeared. So we will try to keep it like PG-13 today. So instead of R. So anyway, let's see. I want to say good morning to Dwayne. I saw him in here. Good morning, Shannon. I haven't seen you in a while. I missed you, girl. I do miss you. And I want to say, Zombie, prayers for you. Thinking about you earlier today, and prayers for Zombie. So anyway, I hope your surgery goes well, and if you haven't had it, or if you have had it, I hope that it went well, and prayers. So anyway, we're going to jump out to some news and see what's going on. So we have Kamala already calling for unity, then calls Trump a tyrant. So she talks that word salad out of both sides of her mouth. So you tell me, everybody participate in the chat this morning because I'm flying solo here and it's a little bit hard for me. Okay. So, yeah, Kamala talks out of both sides of her mouth. So it's weird how the Democrats will call for unity, but they only want their unity. They don't want the other side's unity. They just want their side's unity. So it seems like it's that way every election that comes around. They don't want Republican unity. They just want Democratic unity. So that's what I feel like they always do every time that the whole thing comes up. Oh yeah. So anyway, so there she goes. She's already calling for unity and everything. So, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Okay. So, the FOIA finds FEMA funding millions to Illinois at the request of the House Democrats. So we have FEMA giving money for the Democrats. So that's weird and interesting. I feel like they should be a neutral entity for both sides, I guess. But there you have it. All those agencies are Democratic ran, or I like to say is it's just like the agenda of the United States, what they're wanting to do with the United States and what they're wanting to bring about in the United States. So, so anyway, interesting finding. All right, so Biden Harris campaign calling half of the USA garbage. So we're going to have another picture in a minute and another headline, and we'll talk more in depth about when he said this and kind of what Mark noticed on it. So anyway, but and then we're going to have Trump's response to it. So in a later slide. So there you have it. I kind of took all my news off of the Gateway Pundit because, man, the mainstream media news is gone off the rails. They're in full, let's get Kamala put into the office. So anyway, I'm trying to choose my words carefully this morning. So anyway, there you have it, that Biden did call half of the USA garbage if they supported Trump. So then we have Kamala Harris makes comments defending Joe Biden. So she made comments defending Joe Biden after he called millions of patriotic Trump supporters garbage. So, it's interesting to me because, to me, I find that the Trump supporters are like the old school, like USA, America, keep America great, make America great again. We love our country, and we always have, and we know what it means to be an American, and all that kind of stuff. Where I sort of find that on the other side, they don't always know. I don't know. I just feel like they don't know what it means to be an American. Their America is not the same America that I kind of think of whenever I think of America. When I think of America, I don't think about like doing away with innocence, little people, before they even have a chance to be put into this world, And whenever I think of America, I don't think of, I still hold to the fact that marriage is between a man and a woman. I'm sorry. I said it. So, and I feel like I thought about this week a lot, is about we have laws in the land and everything, and some laws are moral laws, and they should be kind of like upheld. So, I don't know. When we make everything okay, I just feel like we're just giving in to evil. I mean, I'm sorry. I said that too. So I put that out there. I guess I'm not staying with the pill PG-13 agenda today. Anybody that has a comment that they want to um jump in there and get me on a topic, or you have a comment about something I'm showing up here and you have more to say about it, then just jump in and um yeah, yeah, absolutely, Trish. Yes, absolutely. What she said. I'm not going to say that word on air because mm, that might be bad for things going on right now. I am surprised right now because anyway, I'm watching my words. Okay. New York Times lies for Kamala, and White House quickly hides Joe Biden calling Trump supporter garbage in official readout. So, okay, this is the slide that I wanted to show you. We watched the clip of when he said it and everything, and look how fake this looks. How AI this looks, right? His pupils are black and everything, and it looks like he's green screened behind him. The camera is way up high and coming down at him. It just doesn't even look real. So that is interesting that it doesn't even look real. And that point is just to let everybody know again that you can't believe what you see anymore because of AI. They can hologram people in, they can generate stuff out of thin air these days, and it's just amazing what they could do. So don't always believe your eyes when you see things, and just do your own research and see if it's true, or form your own opinion on if you think it's maybe generated. And I'm not offending Biden here. I'm just saying that when Mark and I watched the clip, it seemed like it could have been AI. I always watch for those black pupils because they're just odd. Yeah, Trish, not the real Biden. Yeah, well, maybe there's a reason for that. Could be. You think? No, I'm not sure at all, but it could be. There's a reason for that. I don't know what kind of health he's in, for one thing. So, anyway, Kamala Harris flip flops queen. Kamala now wants to deport illegal immigrants after years of pushing borders open. So I guess she's done like the flip flop thing again, and now she's saying that she wants to deport all the immigrants. So she's just trying to say what she needs to say so that, yeah, little Frenchie, watch that one and see what you think. She just says what she wants to say. She's against something until she's for it, or she's for something until she's against it, and she's just trying to do what she needs to do to get votes, which I guess is the point right now, right? So Trump campaign files lawsuit against Bucks County as GOP voters were turned away amid record-breaking early turnout in PA. Okay, I have noticed something very odd and very strange going on with the election process right now. Is typically Republicans vote on the day of the election, and Democrats vote early and often. I didn't say that. Okay, so but I am noticing that there are record numbers of Republicans going out there and voting early. I know at my precinct, when I signed the little paper and I glanced up, everybody on that list was a Republican except for like 2. So that was interesting to me. So that being said, here in PA, I think this is in PA, they closed the election location or whatever like 3 hours early and started telling people that they weren't going to be able to vote for that day. So, and then, so he actually won this case, this thing. And then, so they had to stay open 2 additional days. And the workers that went to that polling place just refused to work. So even though they were open, they refused to do any work. So they didn't let people vote. They just, you know, they just didn't let them vote. So they didn't do any work. It's kind of like when you go to the DMV and like they will seriously be having a work slowdown and they're like moving at a snail's pace. Yeah. So they're moving at a snail's pace. I heard an interesting thing, and somebody in the chat can let me know if you've heard this, because I kind of think I've heard a variation of this, but what this person said just like floored me, and I was like, I mean, I feel like I hear most of the negative about Trump, right? But this one I had not heard. They said that if Mr. T wins, he's going to do away with special needs education for special needs kids. that we would not have a job anymore because he was not going to let special needs kids go to school anymore. I was like, I have not heard that. Now, what I do know that Mr. T wants to do is that if you choose to send your kids to private school, he wants your tax dollars to follow you to the private school and not public education, which to me would make public education more accountable. I know. I was like, I don't even know. And she kind of apologized to me. She goes, I don't know where I heard that. She goes, this is something I heard. I said, I just hadn't heard that at all. I was like, I think you're taking what he's saying out of context, right? So somebody out there is really, huh? So Linda thinks she heard that. I don't think. Yes, little Frenchie. I think that what Trump is for is that he wants your tax dollars to follow you whatever education you choose for your children, not doing away with stuff. Yeah, because those are like laws that are ingrained. I mean, you would have to have federal and you would have to have the Senate and the House approve that, and they've done a lot to make sure that you are able to have special needs kids in school. So I feel like I think that's being taken. I think that's been taken out of context. I'm reading Neil's comment right here. Did Mr. T mention that he was going to do to Rocky? I don't know. I hadn't heard that either. Neil, elaborate. Yeah, oh my gosh, you should hear Kamala's advertisements. They freak me out a little bit. They really do. So anyway, that was just something interesting that happened to me personally today, and it's been really calm. Where I, so I'm not saying anything. I love everybody, and I appreciate everybody, and I enjoy my job that I do and everything. So I'm not saying anything negative. It was something I had not heard. So I think what he does want to do is being taken out of context. Okay, so Trump campaign. Okay, files. Okay, we covered that. Okay, voter suppression. This goes back to Quakertown polling in Bucks County cuts voting line early 3 hours early despite 4:30 p.m. closing listed on website. Peace officers cites slow and grueling process as cause. Okay, so there you have it. And so they did cut. They like shortened out the hours by 3 hours, and then they had to stay open for 2 extra days, and then they just didn't work. They just sat there. So anyway, that's what was said. Okay, Joe Rogan announced date when J.D. Vance will appear on his podcast, while Kamala's chances of an interview with Rogan are not looking good. And I think J.D. Vance has already appeared on. I think J.D. Vance has already appeared on Rogan. I did not watch the interview, so somebody in the chat let me know, yes, no, that he has appeared on it. But I'm pretty sure I have a slide here in a minute of something that they covered or something about that. So anyway, so he has appeared on Rogan. But my point here is that it's not looking good that Kamala will appear. And time is running out, man. I mean, what? We have Monday, right? Yes, Greta. There's a lot of different issues going on in Pennsylvania. A lot of different issues, and there's issues in several different places. Again, I'm just not keying in on most of those. Yes, thank you. Yes, Trump was on Rogan already, and Vance has both been on Rogan. So there you go. So I did watch part of the interview with Trump. I just didn't catch Vance because I was working this week. So anyway, but the point here is that the chances of Kamala being on his show is slim, plus time is running out. Oh, a 4-hour conversation. Goodness, I'll have to look that up. Okay, J.D. Vance. See? J.D. Vance tells Joe Rogan what he did after Trump was, with his ear, right? He said, I go home and do something with his somethings, right? So anyway, you'll have to look at the screen for some of that, Again, it's best to be prepared on everything and just not take chances, because in the end, we have see, and I thought it was already in the state's hands. So, and that's kind of what I said to her. I said, I thought the states were in charge of public education. Okay. Okay. So Lazy Day said that Donald Trump did say, I'm going to close the Department of Education, but in order to move it back to the states and not for the purpose of pulling any children from public schooling. And I feel like that is something else that should be in the state's hands. And that way you can decide, where do I want to live, But if I'm this way, I can live somewhere that's this way. And if I'm that way, I can live that way. Well, James, they really only have to pull shenanigans in the swing states to win. That's what happened last time, I think it was only like 3 or 4 places that were really corrupt. That was enough to swing the last election. So anyway, I've said that way too many times. Good thing I didn't try to monetize. Okay, so in response to the garbage comment, Trump went to one of his rallies, and I did watch this part. So there was never been a man like Trump in world history. There's never been a moment like this in history. Just think of what we have all witnessed in the past year. Okay, so his response was he got into a big, huge garbage truck with his sign on that said Trump on the side of it for his election, right? And rode in the passenger seat of this garbage truck to his rally. So I think it wasn't very far that he rode, but it was just like um just a few feet or whatever. But yes, I did see his like mini press conference that he did from the front of this truck. So the populace of New York City is more than all of upstate New York. Having said that, New York is expected to turn red this year despite the Big Apple. Lila, I have heard that New York was in play. That would be like historic, and that would be historic. That would really would. It really would. Mhm. All right. So, okay. So you guys tell me what is going on. Okay. All right. We have Los Angeles hit by mass looting and chaos after Dodgers win World Series. Okay. Why do we destroy our city after winning a ball game? I don't understand this. It's something that I've never understood. I don't know why we would do this. I mean, why do we tear up our city because we win a? I understand celebrating, being happy, you know, stuff like that, but destroying your city, yeah, Lou, doubtful but probable. Yeah. I mean, why in the world would you do this after somebody wins a ball game? It just it floors me. It surprises me every time. It just is crazy to me. Okay, so I did watch this part of his speech here. I just don't watch a lot of these campaign things because they're the same thing over and over again. Maybe if I went to one, that would be a different story, but I just haven't. Oh, I'm going to miss something, and I don't have Mark here to tell me what I'm missing. Okay, Trump brings the House down in Wisconsin. Talking about orange vest makes me look thinner. So he wanted his work, his suit jacket back, right? And then somebody told him that the vest made him look thinner, so he wore the vest in his campaign speech while he was campaigning in Wisconsin. So that was interesting. All right. So I'm not going to get this right because I don't know the name of the person that Mark watches that had the video. So I'm not going to get this right. Oh, there he is. Okay. How do I get him back? Oh, he's going to tell us all about it, maybe. If I don't know how to. There he is. He's going to tell us about it. You going to tell us about it? You haven't popped in yet. Oh, yes. No. That's not what I'm talking about. But yes, he did not roll up his sleeves. But he was in the orange vest. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about where you were at the campaign rally and your truck was in the background and you came popping out of the truck on your guy that you like so much. I don't think they can hear you. How do I refresh? Sorry, I'm talking to Mark. I don't. Oh, okay. All right. All right. I'm talking to Mark. He's going to fill us in on something, but I can't get him. I'm sorry. Hang with us. I can't do it. I don't know. Okay. I'm dropping Skype and he's going to call back. Okay, Skype is gone. You're still there. Okay. Close window. Right, Skype is there. Right. I don't know how. I don't know how to get him off of here. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. He's gonna call in and tell us something, but I can't figure out how to get him on here. Okay. So anyway, maybe he will. Okay. All right. It might pop in now. I'm not sure. It's because it's still there. Okay. Well, maybe you can call in a minute and you can talk about that you were on the guy's video. Oh, hear you? Oh, yes. Okay.
All right. Does everybody hear me now?
Okay. All right. So, Mark is with us. You can't see him right now. I don't know why. But anyway, he is on the phone. So, talk to us, Mark, about being on the video.
Okay. All I'm saying is the media has brainwashed everybody. The media brainwashes media even because people are like, oh my gosh, I'm so afraid of the Trump supporters. They boo you. Trump says you're saying fake news. The camera people don't run the show. They all know it's the big beans up above that are doing it. But the camera people, they get booed at because he's booing the whole station, the whole channel, not the people over there. And so people are like, they listen to their own media saying how, bad Trump supporters are and all that stuff. But if you go and look, they're not, they nobody bothered me. I'm media too, people. Nobody bothers me. They're very nice people. So
No. Mark,
Okay, I'm
you
lost.
you watched a video of somebody that you watch all the time that was at one of the 2 Trump events that you were at, and you saw your truck in the background.
Trey,
Talk about that.
oh, okay, I'm on the right page now.
Okay.
Trey Smith. Everybody
Smith.
look up Trey Smith on YouTube and Rumble. He's on both. But he's not a prophet, but he just takes all the evidence and everything. And I love the guy, right? And he listens to Kim Clement. And he puts it all together to formulate his own thing. Well, I was watching his video, and my satellite truck was in the background, and I was coming out of the satellite truck. I actually made it on a Trey Smith video, not on purpose. I didn't even know he was there, else I would go up and say hi to him. I'd love to meet the guy, but it was just funny that I met Trey Smith. There you go. There's my Trey Smith story.
Okay.
If you go back and watch one of his last videos, I think it's his second, he did like a short one, then he did a long one. If you go back and watch that one, if you watch it, you'll see my satellite truck behind him and me milling around in tan pants and a black shirt.
Okay. So, yes. Okay. So, Trey Smith, you were on one of his videos in the last one in the background, way in the background was his truck, and then Mark came popping out of the truck. So, that was the story I wanted you to tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can't see, it's way far back, but I can say I was in a Trey Smith video.
Okay. Okay. All right. I will let you go. You can
All right.
listen and everything. All right.
All right.
Trey,
Thanks a
how
lot.
do you spell his name? Trey Smith. Trey, first name.
REYTREY, and then SMITH.
Okay. Yes, Lila, that's correct. All right. Thank you.
Go watch. His stuff is fantastic. I'm telling you, you'll be enthralled. And he's very passionate. That's what I like about him. He's a good Christian man that is just super passionate, and he makes, he can't go without moving his hands and touching the screen and being all adamant. And he's just passionate. I love people that are super passionate. He's got it going on.
Okay. All right. Have a good day.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right. I'm trying to get rid of him. There he goes. Now he's gone. All right. All right. So now he's gone. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Do you still hear me? Do you still? Yeah. You should still hear me. Okay. So anyway, Yes. So that was his Clay Smith. That's the video he was in the background of. Okay. So I have a question for anybody in the chat. If the Democrats steal the election again, will you continue to vote? I don't. It depends if people. I don't know, Kevin. For me, I don't know if. I don't know. I feel I'm losing trust in our electoral process, and a lot of times I think that we, no matter who we vote for, either side, they're both like deep state and in it on the agenda, and that's what I learned from the Bushes. Sorry. So I used to be in it. I was like supported the Bushes, and then I found out how corrupt they were, and for that, it just ruined it for me. So already. So, and I'm not. I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on Trump. So we will see. But he's the only choice I have. I will not. I do not vote for people who push a certain issue so hard to unalive innocent babies before they're born. So I don't vote for that. So that will always be my line in the stand with the Democrats. So anyway, until that changes, it will. I'm sorry, it will just be my line. There's other issues, but that one is my line in the sand. Okay. All right. So back to what we were talking about before that. Okay. I if I believed in Kevin, if I believed in I would have to continue to vote Republican because Republicans are more for that issue that I just talked about. So I guess I would have to continue to vote Republican because they tried to walk back that issue. So, and I'm for. I mean, exceptions are exceptions, but not the rule. So, I mean, I'm not like hardcore. You can't ever do that under any circumstances. I'm not. I mean, that's a personal choice, but we just have too many people unaliving innocents in this country and thinking that it's their choice. You know, my body, my choice, and I'm just not for that. So I would have to continue to vote, and I don't. It's just my line in the sand. So, I mean, there's other lines in the sand. Like Republicans are more like stand on your own 2 feet and work a job and be independent and be free. Where Democrats want the government to pay for everything. So that's another hard issue for me. I believe that there are cases where people need help and assistance in life, but I feel like the Democrats just want the government to pay for everything. So, anyway, so yes, I would continue to vote, I guess, but my eyes would be really open, and I don't know. Yeah, my eyes would be really open, and I have no opinion on who's going to win. I'm still holding on to the fact that the election's going to be canceled, and here we are being in the middle of the election, it seems. So I'm probably going to be wrong on that, but we'll see what happens. So, all right. So the second poll now shows Trump surging in Virginia. Race in state is tied. Okay, so Virginia is a very interesting state. Last time, it's like, it was like, he was so far ahead in Virginia last time, and then they called it for Biden. I was like, how can you call it for Biden when Trump is ahead right now? You know, and I know because of the Washington, D.C., I think, goes into Virginia or whatever, and that part is always... Yeah, I know. Well, you know, because they want to make it an issue, Zombie. They want to make it an issue. is why it's an issue. It's what it's her election platform. That's all she has, is that she wants to do that. Zombie. She wants to do that with innocent babies, and everything. Yes, Dot. I agree with that. I have on my Jesus, fall for Jesus, never leave. I have my Jesus shirt on today, and yes. So yesterday at school, we were supposed to wear like team shirts or school shirts or whatever, and I wore a Jesus shirt. So I was like, I'm Team Jesus. I'm Team Jesus. Yes, Zombie. I'm going to get into that in just a minute. That what's going to happen after the election, and maybe that's going to be the thing that happens. Maybe it's not going to be the canceling of the election. Maybe it's going to be what happens after the election that's going to really blow your mind. I got that too, Lou. It's coming up. Oh, here we go, Lou. Here we go. Okay, so this is one of the pictures where Biden puts the baby's entire foot in his mouth at this Halloween celebration that they had. There's like 3 different kids that he bites. I'm like, what are you doing? And I don't have the slide, but Jill Biden came as a panda. And panda is a thing for child things. So it's like, yes. So Jill Biden came as a panda, which is really creepy also. But this is creepy. I don't know. If it's your own child and you're playing, with, and you're, cooing with them in your own home, that's one thing. Yes, Lou. Yes, thank you for putting that out there. But somebody else's child, I do not nibble on their toes or act like I'm biting them or anything else. That's just creepy. That's very creepy. There's the other picture that I have. Yes. he just went on a biting frenzy with children at this Halloween party. Yes. Yes, Julie. Oh, did they have pizza? Yeah, probably. Probably so. Probably so. Okay. So, Bill Clinton sabotages Kamala Harris again, admits the economy was better under President Trump. So, that's the other thing that most people will agree that the economy will be better. I still think it's going to crash after the election. But Trump would be better equipped to repair it if something does happen after the election. I know. I'm like, don't bite other people's children. I'm sorry. I mean, like I said, if you're the mother of a baby and you're cooing with that baby in your own home, you might be trying to make it laugh maybe, but not in public and not with other people's children. No. Yes. Yes, the panda was very creepy. Very, very creepy. I don't even know why you would do that, but I guess they were making a statement. Very, very, very creepy. Okay, this is a close up of when Trump was in the truck. This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden. Epic. Trump trolls Democrats after getting picked up in a mega garbage truck. So he went along with it, and I think his campaign was like, you got to run with this. The best way to get at your opponent when they're trying to trash you is to run with it. So, and I appreciate the humor in this. Yes, I really do. Okay, so here we go. What's going to happen after the election? And I don't know. I'm still, the election's going to be canceled, which I know I'm going to be wrong because we're in the middle of the election. So I know that's going to be wrong. So it's going to come after. So U.S. Capitol military drills in preparation for possibility. So why are they saying the whole civil, throw in a couple more words, war thing for after the election? Why are they saying that? There's only one thing I can think of is that they're setting it up. That they're setting it up for that. Oh, I don't know. I feel like they would think that that was campaigning at this point, Jennifer, and we're not allowed to campaign. You can't wear a Trump shirt when you vote or a hat or anything. You can't wear campaign stuff while you're voting here in the United States. But that's a good idea. I love that idea. But I'm afraid they would see right through it. All right, here is a picture. They're also boarding up all the buildings in Washington, D.C. So what are they planning for? Yeah. Yeah, I know. They're probably, if something happens, if Trump wins, they're probably going to arrest him and throw him into jail. They're probably going to refuse to certify it. They're probably going to say that he can't be president. So, yes. Now, I think what's going to happen is on the other side is Trump will win, and it will be the other side that does all the protesting, and they'll have paid protesters, and it's the plan. That's what I think. So, just in, suspect in Phoenix, Arizona ballot drop box fire Thursday identified. More on Oregon and Washington drop box fires. So, there was these drop boxes, which why are we letting people vote by drop box? You cannot make sure that it's them. Show your ID. I don't care what you think about that. That's another issue that I'm like, show your ID. Everybody has to have an ID to function in the United States of America. So why are we allowing drop boxes in the first place? But that's just me. So anyway, but yes, so we have had a couple of instances where drop boxes have been caught on fire. So anyway, good morning, MT. So yes, it's a very bizarre election that has gone to the next level. So I'm so old school that I think you should vote the day of, and unless you're not able to and you arrange for a mail-in ballot, which is different than blanketed mail-out ballots, I think you should vote the day of. Old school. But of course, I voted early because I wanted to get it done. And again, I'm still team not going to happen on the day of. I think some shenanigans is going to happen. So, but we'll wait. Okay. Another interesting story this week is there was a person barricaded inside the Four Seasons Hotel in Atlanta. He is now in custody after standoff. So he was planning something with the pew-pews, and he was on the 33rd floor, and I believe the 33rd room. So a lot of 33s here. AC would totally be like, oh my goodness, right? But a lot of signals going on of this guy because he was on the 33rd floor and the 33rd. 33rd is a very big number for the Illuminati. And so, yeah, very strange story that happened. 33rd. Oh, yes. It was the building is owned by Bill. Throw in a couple of whole bunch of words, Gates. So another creepy thing. So yeah. So very creepy. Very creepy. Okay. Unhinged transgender leftist arrested for threatening to unalive President Trump in Pennsylvania rally days after media claims Trump praised a certain person from Germany. So, yet again, some other attempt at unaliving President Trump. So this guy looks like a real character, a real character. I'll just leave it at that. But yes. So anyway, I think things are about to get interesting. yes, lazy days. I probably would call it a gated community. Yes, I would. All right. So Representative Marjorie Greene sounds the alarm after Capitol Police conduct late night casualty evacuation exercises with 12 helicopters buzzing over Capitol Hill. They are planning to maintain control of the Capitol. All right, so there you have it. I think at least they're planning on something going down in Washington, D.C. Now, maybe it'll go off without a hitch. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen. So, at this point, I don't know. It's been relatively calm, I think, so far. Relatively calm. So, okay, so we have AOC and Tim Walz play video games on Twitch in desperate attempt to court young male voters. So you have them doing these most bizarre things that you know that Tim Walz doesn't play video games. He just doesn't. I just don't see him playing video games, but maybe he does. You know, who knows? But there you go. So practice the way you fight. Yes, Lou. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, same with all the airports in the USA, Linda. What? They're boarding them up? Preparing for something? Linda, is that what you're saying? Oh, so he wasn't playing a video game. He was pretending to play a video game with AOC. All right. So pretending to. Okay. Then we have the bait and switch. Kamala Harris lures supporters with Beyonce performance, leaves crowd waiting 12 hours for a 4-minute speech and no performance. Trump calls out shameless desperation. So anyway, you have Beyonce going out on the stage. Beyonce was the girlfriend of a certain person who is in jail at this present time that they don't want details getting out on certain things that happen at his home for the past who knows how many years. And there was an interesting thing last night on Salty, I think it's on X, is all the people that are supporting Vice President Harris that are linked to that person. If anybody knows who that person that I'm talking about, Diddy, you know, and that showed all the people supporting Harris are all linked to him. So there you go. Oh, okay, Linda. Okay, so Linda says they're getting ready at all the airports for something to happen after the election. Okay, new poll shows Trump leads by 8 points in Arizona, and Senate candidate Carrie Lake now winning as Republicans hold massive advantage in early ballot returns. So again, lots of Republicans going out and voting early, which is not usually the case. So anyway, hopefully we can keep the momentum going and at least have that on our side. So anyway, and that might be who knows what the plan is. I feel like there's a plan and we don't know it. So anyway, okay, another hoax. Okay, this just happened like yesterday. Okay, Kamala Camp and fake news claim Trump wants Liz Cheney done away with by firing, throwing lots of words squad. Here's what Trump really said. So what Trump was saying was that Liz Cheney wants to send our young boys off to war. But off to war. But she sits in Washington, D.C., all safe, right? And she would feel differently if she was out there with her pew-pew facing a whole bunch of pew-pews turned toward her. And they say that the number 9 is the magical number for firing, throw in a couple of words, squad. So somebody in the chat that knows what happens with the firing squad, tell me, is 9 the magic number of pew-pews you need in a firing squad? I know I've done good. I've done good today, Lila, haven't I? I have talked and talked and talked. Lots to talk about today. Okay. All right. So this is a Dropbox. So the CPAC files lawsuit after Wisconsin man is pictured dumping bags of ballots into ballot Dropbox. You cannot just dump out. You need an ID. Sorry, I'm going to say it again. You need an ID. You need an ID to vote. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, MT. Yes. So what Trump was saying is she would feel differently if she was the one that had to get out there in front of all those people firing at her. That's what Trump said, right? MT, tell me, is 9 the magic number for a firing squad? And don't know why you would know that. Oh, Lou says 3 is what he thought. 3 sticks in my mind too. It really does. Yes. So anyway, I don't know. It's funny. They hated Dick Cheney. They hated him whenever he was there with Bush and everything. And now they're all for Liz Cheney. It's the weirdest thing because they're all on the same side. They are all on the same side. Yes. Oh, cool, Neil. Neil says that Robertson Belly Acres will be going live at 10 a.m. this morning. Okay, I think I'm almost done with the news and I have 2 minutes. All right, immigrants say they're not coming if Trump is president. So there you go. So God love them and everything else, but we can't support all of them. Belly Acres Kitchen is going live. Oh, yes, I knew about the only one has a shot so they don't know. Okay. Ooh, I think I made it. I made it through the news. Everybody. Yay. All right. So everybody vote. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I want to thank you guys for all joining me here this morning and listening to me ramble about what's going on. Eyes open this week. Everybody keep their eyes open and have an amazing weekend. And so, until next time, remember, do your own research and be prepared. Wait a little bit. Make sure you go out and vote. And go check out Belly Acres Kitchen. And I will see you on the next live.